thinking, yeah, if I look brave, I'm secretly pretending I'm a different me. The one on stage who plays and sings and claps and shouts and basically behind the door, just out of view, dancing in the panic room. I made a promise, now I feel nauseous, as if I chugged a cup of stuff you clean your countertops with. But no Lysol will solve this, so I am out of options. It's past my bedtime and I'm honestly exhausted. But if you want it, hey, hey, hey! Hey, hey, hey! Hey, hey, hey! Hey, hey, hey! Now wouldn't it be the best if all the answers to our questions came as sheepish realizations, obvious and retrospective? Like the answer for anxiety that's crept into your head is as simple as your printer, you forgot to plug it in. Instead of playing Twister with my lyrics cause I can and filling every syllable with lots of bullshit, I instead give you the simple sing-along you're all hoping will come next. Or do I load this mother up and do not do what I do best? So here's my promise, don't aim for flawless, cause some of your best art is made with chalk on your sidewalk. It's gone when you wash it off, it's not made for fame or profit. Just looking back and giving all you got to top it. But if you want it, hey, hey, hey! Hey, hey, hey! Hey, hey, hey! Hey, hey, hey!
Well, that seems like as good a time to join in as any. Hey, Milo. I am, as always, astounded to be beaten into the chat of my own stream by Rose. Right, where are we? Let's start this, shall we? I've got the window to my flat open at the minute because it is quite hot, but also I can hear quite a lot of wind. How's that turning up on everyone else's audio when they're listening to this? Hey everyone. Oh, by the way, that isn't nice. I should have said, by the way, well, I didn't know at the time, but CJK Plury makes some absolutely outstanding art over on Twitter, and it's only because I know their, like, whatever it is, like their Twitter name rather than their handle, so I didn't recognize who it was when they started following last time. But I absolutely adore your art, your Game Changer art especially, but just thought I should I should give you a shout out. So I will keep the window open then. Thank you, everyone. So we are cracking on with this one still. It is the is nose big or vaguely standard nose bit. I'll come up with a definitive name for it at some point, but we are on the kind of I think I described it as like a kind of montage-y scene last stream, and that's where we're at the minute. So I'll play like the last couple of shots for context as well, however long those are. Oop, they're quite long actually, and I'm dropping my phone anyway. So from here
Wow. Nathan embarrasses himself for an hour. Big sort of half-lidded eyes. Big nose. It's big and it's not particularly pointy or round. Lips. Big. Big smile.
Hey, MC Valorant. Good morning to everyone in America, and good afternoon to everyone else. Is that how time works across the globe? I don't know. But yeah, so that's the shot we're currently working on. I realised where I kind of started off doesn't make a lot of sense out of context anyway. And I'm trying to make this animation make as much sense as possible, but I don't know how well I'm doing with that. And yeah, pour one out for the missing mods in action. Alien has either had, is currently having, or is about to have his exam or his test of some sort to work his way towards teaching. So we are all crossing our fingers for him. Where are we? So yeah, like I said, this is kind of a bit of a time montage bit, just because I wanted to kind of include all the times that Nathan asks if something's big without the like 20 minutes of audio that would have been necessary to do that kind of chronologically. So I've kind of spliced together all the moments he says big something, and I'm going to kind of skip ahead in time for each one of those and kind of advance the drawing that he's doing. And I'm going to have Karina kind of answering the questions, but clearly getting even more bored or more tired or more frustrated for each one. I haven't decided yet. If you're new to the stream, I don't really plan these out very much in advance. So let's see where we go. But yeah. It's been a good week. I've finished now, I think, the secret project, and that doesn't mean I can say what it is yet, but hopefully it should be out and kind of in the open, like, I don't know, I started that sentence without actually knowing. I think it's like late April or early May, potentially, so we'll see, but whenever it is, it's good, and I'm excited for everyone to see it. And yeah, I've got a few new projects lined up, which is always good, and a little bit just feeling a little bit manic at the minute for all the different things that I've got lined up. Obviously, it's good to be busy, but cool. That looks about right. That looks like she sat down, which is what we're after. Let's put this shadow under it. I'm trying to decide as well, with this kind of time montage, if I want to mess with the kind of lighting in the room at all. Like, I tried very briefly just using like a color scale editor to basically change everything in the room to be like a little bit more red in one shot, and then a little bit more blue, and then a little bit darker to kind of make it look like sunset, night, and dawn. But it didn't really work very well. I might mess with it again. I might just kind of leave it. I think I'll finish what I'm doing kind of as I'm going at the minute, and then make a decision later on, or maybe when it's kind of finished. Hey, Tide Sir, that's absolutely fine. Lurker energy is encouraged, is respected. And honestly, it's probably my vibe. Today, I am tired. I was very tempted. Hey, Red Proton. I was very tempted to make this I don't know what I'd call it, like a non-talking stream, like a silent stream where I basically just kind of crack on with work. But I need to talk. I need to remember how to speak. So I'll see how I get on. If you're stumbled into the stream, hello. It's Fishing Images Animatics. You can see here. Thank you very much, Taja. And thank you, Rose, for linking the Discord as well, which is terrifyingly what our Discord server is called.
It's big and it's not particularly pointy or round. Big and it's not particularly pointy or round.
So it's that frame that it changes back. Sorry. 23. Right, let's.
It's big and it's not particularly pointy or.
I think I'm going to... Oh, I've lost a clipboard. Let me put in the clipboard somewhere. Yeah, I couldn't really figure out what to kind of draw on on his board, because he says, do they have half-lidded eyes, and then do they have a big nose and big lips? And I just started drawing a random face, kind of going by his directions at first, and then when he got to big nose, I just accidentally drew like a very obviously Squidward-esque nose, and I thought, you know what, I think these all kind of fit. So, yeah, Nathan is drawing Squidward.
It's big and it's...
His Drawfee video was a good one. Looking forward to seeing animation. Thank you, Tired. I like this one a lot. I think, to be honest, I maybe got too excited about the kind of clip before I thought about how I was going to animate it, because there's
big and it's not
there's quite a lot of different
pointy.
elements that I've had to kind of jam in. Like it's one of the more like heavily edited clips I've worked with.
It's not particularly pointy.
I'm hoping by the end it works. If it doesn't, say lovey. It's too late now, but I think it'll work quite well, hopefully. And if it doesn't, I can make as many changes as I need to make sure it works, but I think it'll go well.
It's big and it's not particularly...
Cool. So I am going to try and make it look more and more kind of apathetic, I guess. If not apathetic, kind of frustrated. So let's see how that goes.
It's big and it's not particularly... It's big and it's not...
I think maybe
it's
at this
big
point,
and it's...
I'm tempted to have it like... Oh yeah, sorry about the police. I forgot people can like hear where I am. Like if anyone hears someone like break down the door, at that point we get concerned. But for the time being, that's fine.
It's big and it's not...
I'm tempted to have it kind of like nod off, and then in the next shot just have it like almost face down on the ground asleep.
It's big and it's not...
But I'm not sure yet. How many shots are this? There's this one, the next one. Right, okay. And then that one's just got to be back. So let's change it from frustrated to like tired, I think. What have I done to upset the animation police this time? Like, there's not even anything eldritch happening yet.
It's big and it's not...
Yet. Let's figure out what I'm doing. So, I want to have it kind of like leaning forward or like rocking forward and then jutting back up, I guess. I'm so excited to... Oh, I think it was no, that's something else. Anyway, I'm very, very excited for having enough time to get all these master controllers underway and really kind of get to grips with node view, because at the minute it looks kind of tidy, but also I think half of these layers are just kind of stacked on top of each other at the minute. I think it was CGK that I'd bonded with a bit on Twitter about how we're both kind of learning to get to grips with node view, especially at the minute, and I desperately need to realize or like kind of learn how to... hey, Rafnag's here. Working from home rather than from uni at the moment. What I'm doing is tedious and actually not difficult. So hey, Rafnag. Well, don't let us bother you. But I am glad that we've got our strong call back. Yeah, both of our mods are busy with their academic pursuits at the minute, which is very exciting. Alien said that he might be that's alright, Rafnag. Alien might be back at some point, depending on when the test is, but I don't know if we should I don't know if we should be expecting him, but hopefully his test goes well. When I finally get my shit together and like kind of fix Karina's rig, I'm really kind of interested in learning how I'm going to fix her hair and ears, because at the minute her ears kind of like, if they go too high and they're not like kind of close in enough, then they'll they kind of like break through the fringe, and I can't really think of a way how to fix that. I think I'll probably just have to like, I'll either use like a cutter effect, or I'll basically just change the design of the fringe slightly. We talked about it ages ago, I can't remember who it was that suggested this, but I keep saying that I would like to fix a lot of these rigs, or if not fix, kind of redesign some of them. Oh, cool. 2 colours in the chat to redeem. I can't remember whose idea it was, but it was to basically change the designs at the same time as when Drawfee kind of redo their portraits, which I think is a fun idea. And I had a quick look on their channel, and I think they did it last July, and they did it the July before that as well. I don't know if they're going to stick to that as like a schedule, but there's a good chance that they will, in my mind, change their portraits again. This July. So that's not very long to wait, and if they don't do it by then I will sod that idea and I'll do it myself. But it would be it would be very cool for my needs.
It's not particular.
Oh, okay, cool. That's just they're going to keep changing it yearly. Last July, even better. Perfect. I don't know like how much I'd change. Like I'm really happy with their designs, but I think like
It's big and it's.
There's one thing actually, and like I don't know why I'd mention it because it's a mistake, but it's a mistake that no one's noticed. So welcome to behind the curtain with deep blue ink. But Jacob's rig from the start, I'm gonna try and import the image. Shouldn't be able to see my files, but if you do, avert your eyes. From like the very start, back in like August last year, I kind of came up with a few different character designs and different ideas for what the Drawfee lot were going to look like, and I basically went onto my Patreon and sent them this. Thank you, Taja. Yeah, I did like a much more rough sketch beforehand and sent it to them, and someone came back and said, actually, like, you should probably do Julia's hair with an undercut, and it was, you know, a lot of good advice, and I kind of fixed it, and this was the original kind of first rig that I made. And I only realised, well, that's the thing, Taja, I only realised about like a week ago that Jacob was always meant to be in a t-shirt. And the reason why he's always in the blue shirt is literally just because in the first animation he was like the teacher. He was, you know, at the front of a classroom teaching the rest of the gang. So Jacob was never meant to be in like a shirt the whole time. The mistake that no one's noticed is I try to like create at least like either symmetrical character designs or like symmetrical kind of in context. So Nathan's hair isn't symmetrical, but if he looks the other way and it faces the other way, it still makes sense because, like, in my mind, they're kind of tough to going forward rather than left or right. Jacob's shirt pocket, I have completely forgotten, is on one side or the other. So throughout pretty much every Drawfee animation, his shirt pocket like swaps sides. as a continuity error. I am desperate to change Jacob's designs so I don't have to worry about that now. But a fun little hint for the 11 people watching. Jacob's t-shirt is wrong in most animations. So yeah, I would quite like to change them again at some point. Yeah, I'll probably just redo them. Yeah, I'm too late for like an April Fool's apology video, but yeah, that is something I would like to fix as well. That is why the animation police are there. You're right, and I got away with it.
It's big and it's not.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe like in between every shot, he just like swaps his shirt with another shirt that's got everything identical except for the shirt pocket on the other side. I'll take that. We'll call that canon. Where am I?
It's big and it's not particularly.
Right, doing Karina's hair drop. Yeah. It's a good idea, Tide, but I don't know
It's big and it's not
how much like there would be to animate, I guess. Like it's kind of just them. I mean, they're literally talking to camera as it is anyway, so like in terms of visuals it's already fine. And that's like, I guess that's one of the I don't want to say like rules, but like I try to like animate stuff that I think would be better for having an animation. I don't know if it would really.
It's not particularly.
And also, I don't know if it'll age that well. Like doing an April Fool's joke, I guess like in a month's time, I don't know how many people are going to be going back to that video. I might be wrong, but
It's not particularly.
Right, let's kind of lean her forward as well. I think. It should be this one, I think. No, it shouldn't. This one. Let's see. That looks kind of right. Yeah, more or less. Do. Yeah, I like the idea of kind of redoing some of these character rigs. There's like quite a lot of things in the Mabimbam character rigs that I'd want to fix as well or change, and I have absolutely no concept of like whether I'm allowed to, because like they've been there for so long, I guess, is my thinking. But I don't know, they almost feel sacred at this point, so I don't know how I'd feel about fixing them or changing them. Move the clipboard to wherever the floor is, because at the minute it's moving with her, which it shouldn't.
It's big. It's big and it's not particularly point. It's big and it's
right?
not.
She kind of like whips around, which I don't think she's meant to. She kind of like, no, I don't know why she's done that. I mean, it's probably me. It would be wild for me to blame this on anything other than myself, but it's probably that then. Let's have a look.
It's big and it's not particularly.
Cool. Yeah, that's fine, I think. Taja, thank you very much for showing as always.
It's big and it's not particularly. It's big and it's not particularly.
Finding honestly any excuse, and like I'm not against it. I'm not mad at it, but it's appreciated.
It's big and it's.
Hey, yay. How you doing?
It's big and it's not particularly. Not
That doesn't look right. I don't know if it's like not fast enough. if it shouldn't be kind of eased in and out. Let's have a look.
It's not particular. It's
I mean,
not
it's not too
particular.
quick.
It's not particular.
It doesn't help that my computer's not really keeping up.
It's not particularly. It's not particular.
Okay, right, we're going to split the difference there.
It's not particularly pointy. Not particularly.
And I think I'm going to kind of dart our eyes around to see if anyone saw her nod off.
Particularly pointy.
And then again, a little nod of the head to show that she's listening. Let's go for just a little nod. But yeah, not to repeat myself too much. Again, I was very jealous of past me for having. That's not the right way of putting it. I really wish I had the master controllers for these rigs during this animation, because there's a lot of head movements going on at the minute.
Pointy or round.
Let's move that over slightly, and then also gonna up the movements a little bit. Just kind of exaggerate a little bit more than it is at the moment. And make sure the eyebrows don't do it. Okay, that's not even, I don't think, so. Cool, that looks like it should be right.
It's big and it's not particularly pointy.
Taj is absolutely on it at the minute with all of the links, thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, it's good, it's accurate, it's...
It's big and it's not particularly pointy or round. Really point.
I'm gonna maybe make a like kind of slow blink just beforehand as well. Oh, I'm just getting a call. I will be right back.
I might exaggerate to turn it up a notch. You know what they say, give the people what they want. I might exaggerate to try to sound cool. Describe a shark tangle talking about a kiddie pool. And I'm diving right in it, I am swimming just to make a big splash. Little fish in big pond, little bird in bird bath. I can puff out my chest as I float on my back. I am buoyant, I guess, when I learn to relax. If I'm gonna speak up, then I better impress. Make my diaphragm grow and my vocal cords stretch, and my voice will get hoarse, but my story will spread like a ponytail told off the top of my head. I'm bragging and I'm puffing up my ego. A penguin playing make-believe but rocking his tuxedo. I'll learn to wing it when I think that plan is going south. No matter what, I'll always strut and find something to brag about.
Hello, I'm back. I really like the go-to the go-to kind of, how's the weather?
It's big and it's not particularly pointy or
Turn
round.
that down.
It's
Did
big and
did the audio turn up, by the way? Hold on, there's a better way of me asking this. So, the way that Stream OBS or whatever it's called, just OBS even, the way that it says it is it's like desktop audio is what you can hear. So obviously that's why you can hear the animation and the music, because it's just playing on Spotify. If I turn up my laptop's volume, so I'm going to do it in a sec, does it turn up for you as well, or is that just on my end? So this is it, normal, and then... Like, did that turn up for everyone? Was that louder? I would love to know, because that would make things either easier or worse for me.
It's big and it's not.
It doesn't turn up. Okay, no worries. Cool. Can you hear the music in the background? Because that's probably another important thing.
It's big and it's not particularly pointy or round. It's big and it's not particularly pointy or round.
Cool. Right, I like that as it is. So let's put a keyframe at the end of there. I'm just gonna check what it looks like all together.
Big sort of half-lidded eyes. Big nose. It's big and it's not particularly pointy or round.
Cool. I will turn up the music a little bit. Yeah, it's one of these that would be good to know as well in case I do like a quieter stream at some point or another for any reason if I need to. I'll do like an ASMR stream at some point where I just like play rain sounds in the background and don't speak. I'll probably fall asleep. That's probably not a good idea. Right. So this one, I want Karina essentially just on the ground, passed out, which might need me to redraw it, which I don't want to do. So let's figure out an easier way of doing that doesn't involve just drawing the person again. So this is cheeky, but what if I just... I mean, I could just do that. Honestly, just a couple of changes, and I'm sure that'd be fine. Right, how can I do it? I'm kind of fine with that, actually. Let me fix that. I mean, well, it's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. Right, let's make sure she actually looks asleep, which at the minute she doesn't. Like that, or like that. What does someone look like when they're asleep? I don't know, like, how much I've drawn sleeping people in any animations. I don't think I have really. Let's fix that somehow. What do I need to... Oh yeah, thank you Taja for shelling where I should. The music is all Bug Hunter. I think it should say in the top right what's playing. Yeah, so it's alright playing at the moment, which is a lovely little ditty. Let's use a bit of Who Needs Them to add some eyebags. See how that looks. I mean, like, it feels like a good idea, but I also don't want to take it away from Taja Raf, just in case. Just in case Taja's enjoying the power of being very nice just every couple of minutes. Let's have a think. So the shadow is wrong at the minute, so let's fix that now. And Taja, if you want to be a mod, just say, by the way, because you've already you're doing very much mod's work. Let's make another one of these here. That kind of looks right. So easy to judge as a jazz, right? Yeah. Let's do that, except maybe not. There's a bit of a gap there. Whoops. Cool. That shadow looks fine to me. Oh god, what have I missed in the chat? It's fine as a small group, other serial, sign up plus my shilling skill. It's ultimately for me. Also means you can judge how active chat is and show during full conversations. But the shilling skills and resume, yeah. Tasia does not want to mod. That's absolutely fine. If you mod more people than me, then have less. Yeah, true. Got to keep it just to keep it concentrated. Right, how can I make her look more asleep? Like, at the moment she's clutching her knees. I don't think that's right, but also I don't know if I drew the knees well enough that I can get rid of them. Let's fix that. Also, in the fake legs layer, I think now that she's on her side, where are the fake legs? Yeah. I think now that she's on her side, I don't think her butt should be that low. Let's fix that. Okay, right. The body's in the way, that's why. In which case, let's see how much I can do with just that. No, otherwise I'll probably just leave it. It just doesn't look right at the minute. Hold on, let's just delete that line because that doesn't look right. And then the body needs to change as well somehow. I think that would look better in a sec. Let's find out. Let's do the rest of it first anyway. Yeah, I think flop time is probably right. More effort during guidebooks and juggle exchanges, gathers more randoms. Yep, true. Cool. Right, let's... I think we'll leave the fake legs kind of curled up for my sake of not having to redo it, because I don't want to. I'm not saying I'd like to be a mod if there is ever need, but I wouldn't say that's gonna be like. Rose, if you would like to be made a mod, you send me a message privately if you want to do it privately, or you can just say now and I'll make you a mod. I think I just need to click a button. Like, it would make sense that we've got more mods to even out the power that Rafnag and Alien have. I think there were too many like double negatives in there that I didn't quite get what you said, Rose. I'm not saying I'd like to be a mod if there's ever a need. Would never say that. Okay, cool. Right, let's do that. Oh god, there's too many different numbers in her name. Let me just... Also, I'm just going to double check that. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I just need to double check that I wasn't completely misreading that and I'm modding someone that absolutely doesn't want to be a mod. Okay, cool. I think Rose should have a sword now, maybe? Maybe. Hey, sick. Cool. It's that easy, folks. But you've got to be here from the start. You've got to be. I mean, you've got to beat me to my own stream consistently as well. So I guess that's as good enough a reason as any, to be honest, Rose. Right. What am I doing? There. Nearly. Couldn't quite brain enough to figure out what I need to do without just doing it. Yeah, I mean, like, Taja and Rose have been dropping links and Discord invites since the start anyway, so it completely makes sense. I did quite a lot of work on that, and then I don't know if I actually needed to change anything on Karina's drawing anyway, to be honest. I think I didn't actually change much, but let's... Okay, right, let's move this on. That looks too long with the proportion. And then let's see which way her hand opens. That looks fine, if not a little bit dead. And then let's move her other arm at the minute as well. That probably isn't going to look right. Let's bring it in front of the hood anyway, just to see. Oh, maybe. I might need to do her legs. I don't want to, but it doesn't quite look right at the minute. What's wrong with that? Why doesn't it look right? The problem is, and this has been an issue before, it's been an issue like, there was a commission once that this like came up as an issue, and I think there was something else recently. The people that I draw all have fucking massive heads, so like a lot of stuff just doesn't make sense. Like lying down doesn't really make sense when you've got a head the size of the rest of your body. It's a little too high, looks tense. Yeah. Right, let's... Maybe like that. I think her arm's too long as well. Like, I don't think it makes sense for it to be like that far out. So if it's maybe further down, straighten the top leg will do just fine. Yeah, I think you might be right. Right, where's the fake leg layer? There. Right, let's change it. Because I know you're right, I just don't want to. Because, I mean, literally, if I just, like, kind of have it go back there, so, hold on, that's still going to be her, like, at the forefront. The problem is, hold on, I'm just going to mute you guys for a second. I'm just going to lie down on the floor. I'll be right back. Okay, so the problem is, it's just not a natural pose anyway. Like it didn't feel right. I definitely wouldn't fall asleep in this position. So I don't know if it would be great if my partner came home was just like, are they talking about piss again? Like, right. So that for a start. Just like perspective wise. Whoops, why am I trying to create a new one? Let's Not do that. Because, like, yeah. I mean, as well, like, she's kind of hovering, which I didn't really notice before, and maybe that's, like, an issue as well. Let's just do it, like, really rough, and just see what it looks like. Sorry, I wasn't reading the chat for a second. More Twitch streams should have just some moment where, like, the streamer just says, right, talk amongst yourselves, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to lie down on the ground, talk about the weather. I think it's a unique touch to what we've got here. I mean, like, the more I mess with it, the more it just looks like Picasso. Right, let's try it again. From this perspective, you should be able to see, like, the thigh behind the knee, I think. So let's do that. But then if the thigh, yeah. Then with, like, oh god, I can't figure this out. I can't, like, it should be like that. But, like, the other leg cut it off. I'm gonna have to lie down again in a sec, but I don't want to. I don't. Okay, right. This. I've decided now before I've even looked at it, this is fine, I think. Yeah, I need to fix her leg. And I need to add some lines. Oh, see you, yeah. And you. I didn't think when I was lying down to think of where my left leg or where my left foot was pointing. Okay, right. Because at the moment this foot doesn't look natural either. It looks tensed up. Now it looks backwards. Oh god, this is just a meltdown. This is why I don't draw things on stream, because this is pretty much as, like, unsure and chaotic as I normally feel when I'm drawing. And it's why, how many blocks to lie down? Just every now and then someone's like, have a lie down. Just, you clearly need to lie down. Just, we'll talk amongst ourselves for a bit. Here's some tokens to lie down. Yeah, I mean, like, again, anyone that has heard me talk about this won't be surprised, but, like, I've never done, like, an anatomy class or, like, anything like that, so it's all very much kind of cartoon logic more than anything. Proton with a fucking terrifying message to the chat. To be fair, I got where you were going with it. Yeah, I might add like a timeout button where I just give myself 5 seconds to have a lie down. I think wide's the leg?
I call my mom once a week and my dad twice a year, but I love them the same. I've no favorite at all.
I think the foot should like be kind of coming forward.
But I don't have that gene. It just seems like that apple had too far to fall.
And without any shading on the foot, that is a difficult thing to kind of get across. Sorry, I missed your message, Raf. I keep seeing the Drawfee like teachers streams. I really should like pay them some attention, but I'm in this constant state of feeling like I've not got enough time, and then when I have time, feeling like I've got absolutely nothing to do. Why isn't that connected? What's the issue? Whoops. Okay, it was just having a hissy fit, right? Cool. The body line is in the way, so I need to draw over that. Get back onto the right palette. Lie down again. Cool. That I think looks fine, and that was a lot easier. As much of a meal as I made of it, that was a lot easier than drawing it from scratch. Which is why I'm endlessly grateful that I got into this kind of animation. I say that. Her leg's not quite right, because that's appearing out of nowhere and it shouldn't. Let's do... I say out of nowhere, I mean it's like coming out of the hoodie where it shouldn't. So let's get rid of the lines that I just drew. Add that on top. Connect that up. And I guess delete a little line there. Is my computer lagging or is it me? Oh, I went on the wrong layer, that's why. Cool. How does that look? That looks worse. Oh god. Okay, right. Something's wrong here. Like, where would the hoodie go? Like, it would kind of droop like that, I guess? Yeah, I think that's what I'll need to do. I just need to raise the waist. Someone should make a Griffin puppet so Blue can use it as a reference. That'd be lovely. I'm very tempted as well at some point. And I shouldn't say this where people can hold me to it, but I am very tempted at some point to I'm very tempted to like do kind of some kind of stop motion, like a 5-second thing. It would never be anything longer than that, but right. Yeah, someone's definitely right. That it doesn't quite look right. Let's try bringing the leg over like that. See how that looks, maybe. Yeah, I don't know a huge amount about stop motion beyond, obviously, loving Wallace and Gromit and Chicken Run, and pretty much everything that Aardman made as a kid. But the main kind of issue with that is needing a decent camera, and I do not have one, and I do not want to spend the money to kind of properly do that. How many blots for stop motion? Unless blots can be can be transferred into money, a lot. Kubo and the Two Strings is one of my favourite films of all time. Laker are fantastic. For some reason, that is the only film I've seen by them though. But Kubo and the Two Strings I absolutely love. I drew Shamazens quite a lot after after watching that. I haven't seen it in ages though. I keep meaning to rewatch it at some point. Right. So it kind of looks better, but then now this doesn't make sense, I don't think. Or maybe it does, I'm just overthinking it. This is what I get for like celebrating how much easier this was before like actually being done. Honestly, that might just be fine. I think beyond this, I might just be like making up excuses to like not be done with it. Shadow a little bit, and then realise that we've not put the shadow by the handle. Where would the shadow be? It would be on this side, I think. And that's wrong. Cool. A little bit of overlap, but hopefully nothing that would be noticed when it renders, especially after it's... Yeah. Cool, right. I'm going to call it there for that pose. I don't think... I think I'd be thinking about it too much. Yeah, I think Kubo's gotta be like in my top 10. I've never got around to like doing like a list of top movies. I'm confident that Spider-Verse and Emperor's New Groove are constantly swapping between first and second. But beyond that, I don't really have a like a list.
Lips big.
Oh yeah, so I just realised what I wanted to actually do with this shot, I completely forgot about, is I want to have it like give a thumbs up as well, like from the ground. Emperor's New Groove is just a fantastic film. Like it probably helps that when I was a kid it was always like, I don't know if everyone has this, like I genuinely like to know if this is like a universal thing or if it was just me and my partner, but did everyone else have like one video as a kid, like depending on how old everyone is here, like one VHS or one DVD that like if you're ever sick from school you would just watch that like under a duvet on the sofa and then pass the fuck out? Because Emperor's New Groove was mine. Like we only had like a few different films on VHS and that was pretty much the only one that I liked, because one was Star Wars and I never really liked Star Wars. I can't think. I mean, Rafnag, that's kind of cheating. But if, like, you had I don't know, I imagine you still have a sick day if you're homeschooled. Yeah, like, that was my sick video. And I, like, even now, if I, like, wake up in the middle of the night just feeling dead to the world or, like, sick as anything, I'll just put on, like, a best of Kronk moments on YouTube and just, like, pass out to it.
Lips big. Lips big.
So I think from there-ish, which is her left. It's that one. So what I'm gonna have to do, because the bones won't like it, to try and interpolate it, is, just going to do it frame by frame. So I switched between one film and the public broadcast channel. Now it would be easily dated by VCR or DVD. Oh yeah, is VHS a UK thing maybe? Rather than VCR. Or like a European thing or a US versus the world type thing. I would love to watch Emperor's New Groove in French. Just to kind of, if nothing else, I'd be really interested to hear what like French crunk sounds like, and if they can do like a good like like a good Patrick Warburton voice in French. I don't really know if it like fits the kind of the phonics of French very well. Like, oh, français. Like, I mean, not that, but yeah, I would love to find French crunk somewhere. I am just gonna go mute for a second again, guys. Cool, I am back. Sorry, I forgot to name something French crunk. Let's do that. And that's the other thing as well. When I eventually do redo all of these character rigs properly, I can do them with the names, the named palettes, so that it doesn't keep automatically trying to change it. I'm gonna spell crunk correctly. I think Rafneg sorted it. Okay, cool. Just seeing that later, but that's fine. No, I'm a big fan of French crunk. I still remember VHS stores, they were already few. Yeah, there was like one Blockbuster where I lived, and that was it. And it was like an empty Blockbuster for the longest time as well, which I always thought was fun. Like we had like just an empty Blockbuster, I think about 10 years after like Blockbuster disappeared, I guess. It was a sad day when they actually put something there instead. I think it turned into like a, I don't know, like a pizza or something. Secret House. Book Hunter is actually DBO mouth sounds. Oh no, what'd I miss? Oh, right, yeah. Sorry. Thank you, Rare Proton, for the fucking golden dad joke off the bat. Speaking of Bug Hunter, Taja going above and beyond and linking Bug Hunter's Bandcamp, thank you. Okay, cool. Let's see how that looks. I think that looks like it's going to be fine.
Lips big.
Cool.
Lips big.
Then it needs to like cut away fairly sharpish. So let's see how it looks when it does that. And then I want Green to be like fully awake again for that last one. Whoops. What have I done? Maybe not that one though. Maybe. Kind of a bit down by your side. And then I need to get rid of the floor clipboard. Yeah, I've not seen Ratatouille since I was like 10, I don't think. So, like, I don't remember a lot about it. Like, it's got like a very good kind of meme longevity. So, like, I know a good amount, or I remember a lot about it in general, but I haven't seen it in ages and ages and ages. We'll do a Ratatouille. We'll do like a group. We'll do a group watch of Ratatouille together. But yeah, I need to. I'm sure I'll get around to it. I've got Disney Plus, so I'll watch it. What's like even worse is I haven't seen Turning Red yet, which is shameful. Like, I keep meaning to, and I keep like putting time aside to do it, but never getting around to it.
Lips big smile.
I think maybe the thumb going up is a little bit too late. So let's do it a bit early.
Lips big smile.
Cool. That is more what I was after. And then she's got to be laughing in this one, which is why I needed her kind of back to her neutral parries. Is Anton Ego the critic then, or is he the short, angry chef? I know a Chrome extension which will sync Disney and Netflix Prime stuff we watch together. That's really cool. I'm sure I've heard about that from people like in long distance relationships during COVID. He's the critic, yeah, that makes sense.
Lips big smile. Big.
Is that how she looked in the first one? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's get her ready to kind of fall over. I think her hood is in the wrong place here as well. I remember thinking that earlier and didn't change it, so let's fix that. Or maybe we just need to get rid of it. Which one is it? Hood front. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then let's see how it looks. Maybe bring it back when her arm goes up. Nope, still doesn't look right, so that's fine. We'll scrap that. Hey, hype for Raph. That's really cool.
Lips big Big smile.
Right, let's change the head in general. And I'll pick something from earlier as well, where she's laughing, just to save myself a bit more time. Green is kind of the straight-faced one for the most of this. Do.
Big smile. Big smile. Smile.
Cool. Right. So now it's just a case of doing some bog standard animation, and I can do that one.
Big smile.
I might even be able to cheat a little bit more, because I think where I well, no, I'll just do it properly. Oh yeah, I had this thought as well, and this isn't good. This isn't good like streaming content, but it's just for my own sake. I don't know if anyone else is here is British other than Raf, so this might just be a question for Raf. But can you place my accent at all? Like, I know everyone that's not from the UK will say British, and that's fine. And maybe don't say, just in case you're right. But like, as a resident Brit, can you like, do you think you know roughly like where in the UK I'm from? Like, I don't know if I'm like doxing myself just by speaking. And like, that's fine if I am. Like, I mean, you can say actually. Like, I'd be interested to know like if you're right, and then if you are right, I'll just say you're wrong anyway. But. Because if I had like a really strong, like there's a handful of like very strong accents in the UK that I think you could probably place, and I've been told that I've got one. Right, pretty bad at placing British accents. I would say don't quite sound like a southerner or full-on northerner, so I put you somewhere in the middle-ish. Sick. I mean, like, I think that's fair. Like, it's a little bit southern, a little bit northern, a little bit mid-ish. That's fine. Oh no, have I been booed by someone? It's a strong opening line from something Hayden. First time chat, I guess. I don't know if that's like a spam or something. Terry Jackson's yarn. Yeah, that's the thing, like that's the thing. I don't think I've got like, I've been told I've got like a mix of 7 different accents, which makes sense because I doxing somewhere in Britain. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's alright, Hayden. That was terrifying. I did genuinely think you just joined in to boo me though. What we're doing?
Big smile.
It is a strong open.
Smile. Big smile. Big smile. Big smile. Big smile.
Okay, I think that looks about right. Yeah, that's the thing. I think I've picked up, like, because where I went to uni, I lived with, again, this will mean nothing to anyone except Brits, so again, sorry. But, like, I lived with someone from Dudley, which is a very strong Black Country accent, someone from Scunthorpe, which, again, is a very strong Northern accent, and then, like, someone from, like, the depths of London who had, like, a perfect, like, Cockney accent. So I think I like picked up a mix of that as well.
Big smile.
Like my next job outside of uni, someone like completely got my accent wrong when they were talking to me. Were like, "Oh my god, are you from this part of the country?" And I was like, "No, what?" Which was weird. And it also would have been wild if Rafi just like knew it, just like straight off the bat. Like I say, it's not like an obvious accent place that I live. Like it's not like Geordie or anything. But yeah, was just interested.
Big smile. Big smile.
Right, let's lift her shoulders up on the left. See how that looks.
Big smile. Big smile.
Where's the actual second laugh? I think it's there. So we'll do that again. How do I pronounce Worcestershire? I pronounce it Worcestershire, like a like a I don't know, the way it's meant to be said. To be fair, yeah, one of my favourite moments was seeing Shrek the Third. Seeing Shrek the Third, and someone being like, in the thing, I don't know.
Big smile.
Why have I been yelled at? Also, this isn't the Master Controller, no. Worcestershire sauce. There was, what was the Mabim Bam bit where they did that? And that hurts me to my soul as well. Travis saying Worcestershire.
Big smile.
Right, I'm going to lift the head. That's my partner coming home, so I might mute you in a sec. I'll mute you just for a sec, guys.
Big smile. Big smile. Big smile.
Cool. Sorry about that. My partner came home and just immediately started yelling. I don't actually think she knew that I was still on the stream. So I'm going to wrap this up in a sec anyway, because I'm at the end of the shot I wanted to do. And thank you, Rare Proton. I do not use them as much as I should. In fact, I'm gonna use the little thank you one, which I should always do and never do. Right, what was the start of this shot? Was it this one? Okay, cool. Right. So, I will say hello. Thank you, Tajit. This
Big
is
sort of half-lidded eyes. Big nose. It's big and it's not particularly pointy or round. Lips. Big. Big smile.
cool. No, that looks good. I like that a lot. I think, yeah. So the kind of the easel's always going to be in the foreground and it's a little bit blurred, but no, I think that looks good, and that's a good way of kind of showing time passing. I still might like show the Drawfee office getting like darker, or kind of like, you know, later on in the day each time it skips. I'm not sure yet. I'll see if I can make it look good, but I'm going to do that off stream at some point. In the meantime, thank you everyone for joining, and yeah, we will be back on Monday. The next kind of channel thing that is happening, or like the next Deep Blue Ink thing that's happening is the Family Curse. My Bim Bam animation is going up on Patreon tomorrow, so if anyone here is on the Patreon, then you've got that to look forward to. The same animation is going to go up a week later, next Friday as well. The next stream is going to be Monday. I don't think there's any reason why it shouldn't be, so that's fine. But next Thursday's stream isn't going ahead, and I'm instead going to do a Saturday stream. And I'll probably do like a community one, like a something. I don't know. It'll be like a Jackbox stream or a Gartic stream. Just because it's a Saturday and it doesn't feel right to be working properly on the stream on Saturday. But yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for joining, everyone. I've been clipped, which is terrifying maybe, or it might just be a different clip. Either way, I will look at that in a second, Milo. Yeah, thanks for hanging out and take care. Take care and piss out.